Hi, Jerry Tebow with Phone Ninjas. So you think you're just a receptionist, a lonely old operator? Well, I got news for you. You're a lot more than that. And today, I'm going to give you a promotion. From this day forth, you are now known as the Director of First Impressions. See, you touch more customers in one day than most of your employees do in a month. And I feel that your customers deserve to be wowed by your amazing skills. And in this video segment, we're going to teach you how. Have you ever called home and you got somebody on the phone from home and within a matter of a couple seconds you knew exactly what type of mood that person was in? Well, that's the same impression that we give customers. See, voice inflections play a very key role in answering the phone. People can tell whether you're rushed, stressed, angry, upset, if you're happy or excited, just by the way you answer the phone. And we need to deliver that great message each and every time. So let's start with the basics. Step one, let's start by smiling. All right, when you're smiling, you deliver a great message. People can actually envision the smile on your face. And I want them to envision somebody who's happy and having a great day. So put a smile on your face. It's not that hard to do. Step two, let's thank the customer for calling. All right? Thank you for calling ABC Motors. Or if you want to be really upbeat, you could say something like, it's a great day here at ABC Motors. Thank you for calling. All right? So get excited when you answer that phone and thank your customer for calling. Step three, introduce yourself by first name. It's the right thing to do. You'll create a more receptive customer by giving your first name. Step four, let's ask the customer, how may I direct your call? It's not how may I help you, because in fact you're not going to be helping the customer. You will be directing that customer to another person or another department. So it's how may I direct your call? Once you transfer a customer to a department or person, your job is not done. Your job is to make sure that customer was properly handled. See, a lot of times customers are going to voicemail, and when they go to voicemail, they don't like it. Half the time they choose not to leave a voicemail. And hey, they might go on to your competitor. They might call somebody else. Well, we don't want that to happen. So when you transfer a call, make sure that it gets handled. Let's not let it go to voicemail. And if you suspect that it's going to go to voicemail, ask the customer, would you like to leave a voicemail, or would you prefer that I give him or her the message? And I would ask the customer for, how do I spell your last name correctly? And your first name is? And what number would be best for them to call you back at? Great. I'm going to send them a text message right now and let them know that you called. And then I would encourage you to have a list of all your employees' cell phone numbers and then send them a text message. You can do it from your cell phone, or you could choose to do it through an email. And here's an example of where you'll find some of the more common places to find text message addresses. In a browser bar, go ahead and type emailtextmessages.com, and this will bring you to a site that will provide you with all the different text message addresses. For instance, if I wanted to send somebody on AT&T a text message, I would simply copy the @txt.att.net. I would then open up my email that I was going to send. I would type in the person's phone number, and you can see I would add the @txt.att.net. Give a subject line, and then I would go ahead and type my message. Now, when typing your message, you're only limited to 160 characters for a text message, so keep that in mind when typing out your message. And you may want to remove your signature file and just have perhaps your first name. And that's how you send text messages by using email. Now let's listen to Coach Maggie as she demonstrates the proper way to answer a telephone.
Thank you for calling ABC Motors. This is Maggie. How may I direct your call? It's a wonderful day here at ABC Motors. This is Maggie. How may I direct your call?
Is that not a professional greeting? That's the way it's done right there. You could actually hear the smile in her voice as she answered the phone. And that's what we want to do. You know, when I listen to that greeting, I picture a happy-go-lucky person sitting behind a desk with a big smile on their face. And here's a picture of Maggie. Maggie's going to kill me when she sees this video. That's not really Maggie. Here's a picture of Maggie. Let me tell you a little story about Maggie. Maggie came to work for Phone Ninjas a couple years ago. And before she worked for Phone Ninjas, she was a receptionist operator for a psychologist. And somebody had heard I was looking for a new employee, and they reached out to me and said, Jerry, I have the perfect person for you. You got to talk to Maggie. She's probably the best receptionist that I've ever seen, and you're going to love her. And I interviewed her, and I did like her. I'm like, I've got to hire this gal. And I did, and she's been a great employee ever since. And I tell you this story because I want you to realize that, we all have to start somewhere in our careers. And yeah, maybe the operator job, the receptionist, it's an entry-level job. But if you want to get out of that job, be the best receptionist you can be. Do such an amazing job that your management will want to replace you. Because if you're just an average receptionist, guess what? You'll probably be a receptionist for life. When you're great, people are going to take notice of that, and they're going to want to help you further your career. So be an amazing receptionist. Don't just be average. In conclusion, I'm going to give you 5 more simple rules to live by. Rule number 1, I will not let the customer know that my desk is on fire and that 4 other lines are ringing. I will make a game of it to see just how much I can accomplish using skills such as diplomacy, courtesy, and tact. Rule 2, just for this call, I will remember that it may be the zillionth time that I've taken a call, but for that person calling in, it may be their first. Rule 3, just for this call, I will treat this caller as though they were the owner of this business. And remember the golden rule, do unto others. Rule 4, just for this call, I will remember that the person on the other end of that line is our most valued possession, a customer. Rule 5, just for this call, I will remember that not only am I representing my business, but I'm also representing myself. And those are the 5 rules that I want you to live by. So how are we going to remember those 5 rules? Well, I like to come up with trigger phrases that help jog your memory. So for everyone out there watching, when you walk by your receptionist, we're going to use a trigger phrase that's going to jolt your receptionist into action. And that trigger phrase is Shazam! So operators, receptionists, when somebody walks by you and goes, Shazam! I want you to put a smile on your face, and I want you to go into greatness mode and deliver that great presentation to your customers as you answer the phone. This is Jerry Tebow with Phone Ninjas. Thanks for watching.